Chosen one. There will be no more shortage. Only king-level living. That isn't simply a wonderful notion. It is not a fantasy. This is your heavenly reality. It's already on its way to you. The days of scraping, straining, and surviving are done. This is the point at which you draw the line in the sand and begin living the life you were born to live. You were not created to see crumbs. You were born to run tables. You were not called to be ordinary. You were picked to dwell in the overflow. Mental, spiritual, and economical. And enthusiastically. This isn't a motivating motto. This is prophetic confirmation of the transformation that has been quietly developing behind the scenes. Now, before we move any farther into this message, please watch this video till the finish. This isn't just content. It's a spiritual key that will open all that has been postponed. Also, leave a remark with your sincerest wishes. 777. Heaven's movement will meet the force of statement underneath it. This chapter is about making desires come true and energizing the cosmos. Your words have power, and when you release them with trust, you unleash the essence of the king-level existence that is currently manifesting in your reality. Now, choose one like this video. If you have not already done so, subscribe to the channel. Let me begin. What if I told you that the only reason you've been struggling for so long is that the king inside you had to be constructed first? That what seemed to be a delay was really the profound spiritual molding of someone who would not only live abundantly, but also handle it honorably. That while others rushed ahead and bragged about transitory gains, God was producing permanent treasure inside you, money that cannot be stolen, shaken, or lost. You see, the absence was not punishment, but rather preservation. You were not neglected, rather you were being honed. And now the seal is shattering. The door is opening. The king's version of your life is being exposed. No more empty statements. There will be no more hope without results. You're not simply wishing anymore. You're manifesting. Your life is not progressing by default. It moves by divine design. And what is being built for you is not average, basic, or survival-oriented. It's royal. The frequency is high. It is spiritually encouraged. It's the type of existence that makes people turn their heads and murmur. There is something unique about them. Yes, the chosen one. There is. And the world is about to witness it. Everything that didn't function before. It's because it didn't match your king-level course. Every time you attempted to impose anything and it failed, the cosmos rejected anything less than your divine worth. That job, that connection, that prospect. It was not worthy of you. And you're now seeing that what you used to call rejection was really redirection. And what you thought was a loss was really the finest form of gain. Because the king in you was not designed to settle. The king in you was intended to lead, multiply, and rule. It is time to quit apologizing for your anointing. It's time to quit shrinking and fit into spaces you've outgrown. Your energy has evolved. Your calling has intensified. Your atmosphere is shifting. The instant you genuinely comprehend this, you will break free. You are not stranded. You are not lost. You are nearing the end of your upward trajectory, and the increase is inexorable. Consider the things you previously pleaded for: peace, clarity, and provision. Look at how easy it is for them to discover you now. That's not a coincidence. That is alignment. That is the strength of walking in king-level life. You no longer have to hustle for things that are magnetically attracted to your energy. Because when you are in your royal persona, you do not pursue. You are attractive. You do not drive. You order that your presence become a source of prosperity, knowledge, and heavenly rule. The fact is that you no longer have place in your life for uncertainty. Confusion was part of your training, but clarity is now yours. The fog has lifted, and you can now see yourself not through the lens of your wounds, but through the clarity of your vocation. You are a ruler, and your life is adapting to reflect this. Your energy is royal. Your ideas are elevated. Your acts are purposeful. You're being changed, cell by idea, creating the picture of someone who lives in excess, not only for yourself, but as a source of wealth for others. Let's speak about responsibility, since living at the king level is more than simply receiving. It's about stewarding your blessings, not only enjoying the luxuries, but also passing on the heritage. You're being positioned not merely for comfort, but also for effect, and the more deeply you connect with your mission, the more the world reacts in your favor. Money flows where alignment goes, and the one you choose is now aligned with your royal mission. You are becoming more confident, and a new sense of authority is emerging. You're no longer scared to declare "I deserve better." Not from a position of ego, but from a sense of accomplishment. You waged quiet fights. You grieved in private and rose silently. Your award will now be made public. Wealth, tranquility, and elevation. This will not be a rumor. It will be undeniable. This is a reminder that you do not need permission to walk like royalty. You were born for this. You do not require validation to claim your crown. It was always yours. And the emptiness that formerly plagued you, it's beneath you now. You have outgrown scarcity. You've overcome constraint. From point on, everything in your life must reflect your true identity. Speak like royalty. Move like royalty. Invest like royalty. Make like royalty. Not with arrogance, but with the realization that the king inside you has awoken. They may not comprehend what you have been through. They may never know how much it took you to get here. But that's okay, because what is ahead of you will quiet all questions. You will not need to explain anything. Your outcomes will speak for themselves. Your life will roar. The fever on your name will make thunder. And all those who saw your struggle will also see your triumph. The period of pretending is done. You are no longer feigning strength. You embody strength. You're not forcing blessings anymore. You are blessed, and it shows. This marks the beginning of your new standard. The basis is moving, as is the flow. Abundance isn't a faraway concept. This is the air you are presently breathing. Opportunities are not uncommon. They are multiplying around you. The doors are not closed. They are unlocking due of your presence. You are not the same person you were a year, much alone 6 months ago. You have developed. Your mentality has altered. Your limits have strengthened. Your judgment has improved. The version of you who endured less is gone. Now you walk with clarity, presence, and divine accuracy. That is why your surroundings must adapt to what used to fit. What you used to accept no longer holds true. You now reject. And it is growth. That is transformation. That is royal identity in action. You are entering conversations where your name has already been spoken, into rooms intended for your next level, and into financial adjustments. You were lured by resonance rather than earned through exertion. That is king-level living favor. You did not need to force supply. You did not have to beg for access. You didn't need to pursue anything since you finally accepted who you are. You did not come all this way only to get here. The next season isn't about survival. It's about strategy. It's all about influence. It's all about location. And it is already being planned for you. Not by human hands, but by divine command. Your chronology is anointed with heavenly synchronization of people, places, and events. Everything you need is being drawn to you right now, and all you have to do is remain connected. You made a sacrifice. You gave up. Now you shall soar. The chosen one. You have gone through the fire. But allow me to remind you, fire does not destroy gold. It exposes it. In your instance, it polished royalty. It burned away the scarcity mindsets, fear-based behaviors, people-pleasing cycles, and hesitations that had previously held you tiny. The fire was not there to break you. It was intended to make you viable underneath the surface. What you endured was not coincidental. It was well-suited to shaping the ruler inside. That is why your lack was not lasting. It was intentional. It urged you to awaken. It pushed you to become. And now it is finished. There will be no more living in wait. No more wondering when it will be your turn. Your time has come. You are no longer in the waiting room. You are on the throne. You're no longer prepared for the blessing. You're walking in it. And your thoughts, words, and actions must now reflect your new position. This is more than simply an attitude adjustment. It is a frequency shift. You are vibrating at a level that requires various outcomes, opportunities, and circles. You're not just attracting better. You've become better. That is the actual riches. That is the true breakthrough. Please hear this clearly. The version of you that lives in poverty cannot enter this new age. You've done too much inner work to continue lugging around old versions of yourself. You've wept too many tears to still be questioning your abilities. And you've learned too many lessons to continue courting uncertainty. This is your permission to leave the past behind with love, grace, and finality. Because the table is being prepared and the feast is about to begin. And you, yes, you are the guest of honor. Some individuals will not recognize you anymore. Some will behave as if you have changed. And they're correct. Yes, you have. You were never intended to remain who you were. You were created to progress, expand, and express the totality of your divine being. That progress may terrify some who left behind, but it will excite others who are called to join you. You are not here to blend in. You're here to set the bar and demonstrate that monarchy can emerge from modest roots. That deity can exist in human form. That riches is not reserved for a select few. It flows to those who make their own choices. Everything you have today is the product of each time you chose trust. When terror became louder, each time you donated, you hardly had enough. Every time you smiled through agony, trusted despite silence, and stood up when all else crumbled, that spiritual discipline created a fortress inside you. And now you're getting rewarded. You did not skip the procedure, so you won't miss the promise. The seeds you sowed in the dark are sprouting into gardens of legacy. Let's make one thing obvious. King-level life isn't about dazzling items. It's about the flow. It's about knowing that you're constantly provided and that your requirements are satisfied before they occur. You don't pursue money. Instead, you attract more. That you do not adore money. You realize that your energy is the coin that forms your reality. When your energy aligns with divine truth, you are unstoppable. You have mastered survival. It's time to master royalty. That is, you enter into each room believing you belong. You talk with meaning, not desperation. You move with calm might, not pandemonium. You do not debate about your value. You relax in it. You don't perform for acceptance. You exude authenticity since the royal version of yourself doesn't need to prove anything. They're evidence. The transformation you're experiencing is reversible. The spotlight is already on you. This is why some things no longer thrill you. You are not moved by surface-level success. You want soul-level substance. You desire a legacy. Does not like collision or empty noise. You want alignment, not praise. That is precisely what is heading your way. Substance, strength, sustainability, and benefits that endure. People who understand it. Doors that remain open. A never-ending flow. The chosen one. The riches you are going into reflects the wealth you own. Don't belittle what you're carrying. Don't neglect your spiritual talents. Don't discount the lessons you've learned by traveling through shadows. You're not here by chance. You're not reading this by accident. Something major is about to happen according to the voice in your spirit. It's not imagination. It's an instruction. You are getting promoted. And it's occurring now because you're finally prepared. You are no longer reaching for blessings. You have become the gift. You are not looking for change. You are the shift. That is why life is now aligning with you. The more you value your worth, the more the world will reflect it. Back to you. That is the law. That is the holy recipe. And you choose one. Our living evidence. Stop looking for affirmation outside of yourself. You already know. Stop seeking for indications from those who don't see what's within you. The Creator has validated you. You have been authorized by the Spirit. And that's all. You do not need a committee to crown you. You've been crowned with experience. You have earned your seat. Now rise and dominate. From point on, all decisions must be based on your royal identity. No more shrinking to fit in. Stop postponing your aspirations. No more second-guessing your path. You're no longer wandering alone. You are marching with the full support of heaven. Heaven is not quiet on your ascension. It is noisily rearranging things to your advantage. The rooms you're going to visit were previously inaccessible. Not because you weren't worthy, but because you were getting ready. Now that the preparation is complete, your name is resonating in places you've never seen before. Get ready. Connections, contracts, and confirmations. They're coming. However, they will identify you because you recognize yourself. The energy you are presently carrying is magnetic. It's the type of energy that causes doors to open without being knocked. It talks before you. It enriches others just by being present. That is how strong you have grown. And yet, this is merely the beginning. The immensity of what is coming cannot be expressed in words. It must be lived, and you are going to live it. So walk tall and grin widely. Expect favor. Speak freely. Give liberally. Make a sensible move. You are the chosen one. And the age of scarcity has ended. From now on, only the king-level living selected one. Allow this truth to sink deeply into your soul. You were never intended to survive in survival mode indefinitely. That season was just fleeting. That mentality was transitory. That environment was Earth, not the palace. And now the castle is beckoning you. The domain of overflow is the dimension in which your requirements are not only satisfied, but surpassed. Where your aspirations are not just entertained. They are supported in such a way that your voice demands heavenly consequences rather than echoing in the vacuum. You have crossed the bridge, and what is ahead of you is no longer lacking. It is a heritage. Every element of your life has been designed to lead up to this point. Not a single tear was wasted. No wait was in vain. Even the locked doors were designed for your safety. Because the reality is, not every space was suited to house your monarchy. Not every relationship was designed to help you advance. Some of what you lost was not a loss. It was a wonderful subtraction. Some of what has departed your life did not desert you. It bowed out because your vibration was increasing. You did not lose anything. You achieved a higher level. What you carry today can no longer be concealed. Your spiritual authority is increasing. Your energy is too high for a little body. Your soul is too deep for surface-level interactions, and your destiny is too large to fit inside the old mold. This is not the time to play it safe. It's time to embody all of the strength you've been creating in secret. It is time for the inner royalty to assume its proper position in your outer reality. You are not just on a trip. You're becoming the destination. People will be attracted to your presence, tranquility, and wealth. They won't understand how you achieved it, but they'll feel something when you come in. That item is proof of metamorphosis. It's what occurs when you go from just existing to genuinely ruling. You've been accepted for this next level, not by humans, but by design. And as you go ahead, anything below your new level must slip away. You'll find old habits slipping away, old connections naturally fading, old worries surfacing, and feelings of powerlessness. That is confirmation. Don't fight it. Let it go. What cannot rise with you is not intended to stay. This new version of you only carries what adds to the crown. Real riches brings with it a sense of tranquility. Not only is money important, but so are spirituality, emotion, and energy. You come to realize that you are the source, and that everything around you stems from what is within of you. Your confidence is no longer derived from validation. It stems from alignment. You know who you are. You know where you are headed. And you no longer seek permission to be strong. You no longer fear lack because you have mastered plenty, even actual riches. It all starts with one's identity. When you realize you are royalty, you will no longer accept poverty mentality. You no longer have to compromise your vision to be understood. You no longer pursue things that should be following you. Make no mistake. They are now tracking you. Favor is pursuing you. Wealth is monitoring you. The life you once dreamt of is now approaching with heavenly speed. This is the moment to develop not just for yourself, but for future generations. The thoughts you're having right now, the decisions you're making, the energy you're carrying. Everything is having an impact that will last longer than you. That's king-level lifestyle. It is a heritage, not a luxury. It's purpose, not just possessions. It's an expansion, not simply excess. The beauty is that you can have both. You may have both personal calm and outward wealth. You were born for this.